guys, we made it to the final countdown. One lucky person is gonna take home a Trackhawk, a Charger, $40,000 cash, and a trailer, which that's just absolutely insane. And there's literally 2 days left to get entered. And what we're gonna do for the final days of this giveaway is we're gonna run 50x entries, the highest multiplier we've ever done this giveaway, and you're not gonna wanna miss out, guys. And on top of that, this sucker will come with some brand new tires. Don't even worry about it. So definitely check out GOONZQUAD.com, check out all the official rules, copy some gear, and you might be the one. Hey, son, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's staying like that, dude.
That looks, especially with this fat drag radial back here. Look how
what they do.
Dang. Oh my.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna continue working on the BMW M3. You guys already know we're going wild with this thing. I mean, just look at that right there, looking crazy. But more importantly, underneath this hood, we installed our KLM single turbo kit, got it plumbed up. We finally fired this thing up. It sounds absolutely amazing, but it doesn't have a tune just yet, which we're gonna work on that. We're actually gonna have this sucker down for about a week while we ship off that ECU and everything, but no big deal. There's a bunch of other stuff that we need to do in the meantime, like getting this sucker powder coated right here. So we're about to actually pop off the cold side of this turbo, and we're gonna take this intake manifold to powder coat, and we're gonna get a nice high gloss white on it. Just get this engine bay looking pretty. I mean, it's got plugs in it. It's just begging to be powder coated. I think it's gonna look super awesome. And actually, tomorrow, I think this stuff will be done with powder coat, and we can go ahead and install that intake manifold, put the turbo back on, and also we can do a bunch of other stuff. We just need to keep moving with this build. We need to go ahead and do some high gloss on that hood. We got a bunch of other epic parts just scattered all over the shop. So right now, we're gonna go ahead, first things first, take these things to powder coat, and then we're gonna get back and we're gonna get some more stuff done. Hot. This one might be a little more complex, but I know you can handle it.
Absolutely.
That's what I like to hear right there.
All right.
And
doing white on everything.
White. You got any samples for us to look at?
We kind of want just like a pure white. You have something like that?
Hey, buddy.
Oh, just a bright white. That looks nice.
Yeah, that's a good white. I like that white right there.
You know, it's clean.
Really nice. Or we can go crazy like this green right here. Now I guess let's just do that white right there and we'll be good.
Okay, so we're doing it on that intake as well?
Yes, sir.
Now,
oh my goodness.
Oh, sweet.
What do you got here? Dang, son.
Oh, they smell good.
Dang, Mom.
What are these, crepes?
Crepes.
Got some crepes up in here. Look, Mom came through. It's been a minute since Chef Luda has been at the shop. But you know what? This is a good way to bring it back. Now, what do we got here?
We got the mini dumpling soup right here. This is like super good. I mean, it's amazing stuff. I mean, I think, what do you call it, Mom?
It's a spilimenchiki soup.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
It's the gas right there.
Yeah, this stuff is fire. Just little dumplings with some beef in it. Mom likes to make it super hot, you know, where you gotta let it cool down.
Yeah, you gotta let that cool down, and then you start slurping on it and eating. But this right here is the dessert.
Is it dessert or is it with meat?
No.
Sour cream and...
They look like there's some like sugar.
Take a little bite of that, dude.
Ah, it smells good.
Dude, we've been on that DoorDash for quite some time.
Man, that's so expensive that I'm gonna go bankrupt. Oh, look at that Hershey syrup. Now, that's gonna be some good stuff.
We're gonna eat right quick and we're gonna get back to work on this BMW. Look at that cut.
What's inside here?
Oh, that's
cheese inside.
Fire.
That's so good.
It's a farmer cheese. It's so
Ooh.
good. Homemade cheese.
Mmm.
That's hot.
That's good.
It's good though.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Mom, You're gonna have to start a restaurant
Next year,
next year
your property, big property.
at the farm.
Farm, yeah.
Ooh, that would be awesome. Super good stuff. Now we got the energy to keep moving and turbo our BMW.
Wow.
Big turbo. Alright guys, so what we just did was upgrade these taillights on this M3. We unboxed them in the previous video, but we didn't have time to install them, but now they are finally in. They're smoked out. They look absolutely amazing. It just flows so good with this color, the carbon. But now it's time to show you guys what they look like when they're on. So we wanted to just test it out before we take the ECU out and ship it off. But let's go ahead, turn them on and see what they do. Dang,
Ooh, oh my
dude.
goodness, man. Those look sick, man.
That looks absolutely insane. It's like these little stripes going down. This is the CSL style right there. Dude, that looks really, really good.
That looks clean. They almost look like they're not even like tinted the way it's so bright. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Dude, I just love how it looks overall. A little bit better than that red taillight out the back. I'm sure it's got some pretty cool functions like the turn signals and everything. But anyways, let's go ahead, keep moving. Let's pop out that ECU, ship it off, and move on to the next thing.
Now this right here, guys, is what this hood should have came out of the box looking. I mean, look how clean that high gloss just laid down, man. That is some nice looking carbon fiber. I don't know why it comes dry carbon, but probably because they give you the option to paint it or clear coat it, whatever. But honestly, we are still thinking about maybe even painting this hood the same color as the car and just leaving some of these vent areas just exposed carbon, because that would look super good. But looking at it now, we may end up just throwing it on the car and just loving it, because that looks clean now.
Dude, that looks so insane. It definitely shows that weave a lot better. That weave, I gotta say, is flawless. This is by far the highest quality hood I have ever seen. I mean, look at that straight line, dude, all the way down the middle right there.
Straight lines, even on these. These are different cuts of carbon that they laid in here, and those are some precise looking lines. I mean, that's some high quality, even underneath the hood, man. Should have sprayed clear under there just to show that hood off. But anyways, this sucker is dry enough to go on the car, so let's go ahead and smack it on there.
Hey, Dang, son. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's staying like that, dude.
I don't know, man. We'll run it like this for a while.
I mean, this car is the perfect color to leave some carbon exposed. Matches the roof there.
Matches the roof, matches everything else. I mean, the whole front end is just, it's crazy looking.
Beautiful. But anyways, let's go ahead and probably, should we mount the mesh on it right quick?
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and mount the mesh on here and probably adjust the bumper a little bit better and then
Throw some more carbon at it. Box. Dang, son. What are you doing? Some adjustments? Little science experiment right here. Jet engine right there.
oh yeah.
All right, we got so much carbon fiber on this M3 right here. We might as well just do a whole entire carbon body, which actually they do sell full carbon fiber doors that are pretty much original, and you just replace them. That'd be crazy, but I don't think that's necessary. But believe it or not, BMWs are actually pretty dang heavy, dude.
I think one of the heaviest cars out there.
This car right here weighs 5,000 pounds, which is kind of up there for such a small compact car like this. But anyways,
that's why we're throwing carbon at it.
that's why we're throwing carbon fiber at it. That's why we just threw on the carbon mirror caps right there. That looks super sick. But also we threw on our new carbon fiber wing right here, and the other one was just a little bit over the top, so we decided to go with something just perfect right in between. Still looks super clean, but yeah, it's still super aggressive. Absolutely love that. Just makes that rear end just perfect. Honestly, this rear end can't get any better, dude. I think that's just how it's going to be right there,
well,
dude.
with the new exhaust, I think it'll get a little bit better.
Yep, it's going to be some nice blue burnt tips out the back and maybe some flames. You never know.
You never know.
But another thing that we do want to add for carbon, we're not going to go too crazy, which I don't know if we can even say that because we're already going crazy. We're going to add some nice original replacement, but in carbon fiber. So they're going to look just like these on the side skirts, but they're going to be in some nice carbon weave.
Maybe even get that in carbon too.
Oh yes, yep.
Just to match. I mean, we're already getting rid of all the black stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Might as well swap it out with all carbon.
Yeah, we'll swap that out, and also the antenna over there, which they sell that stuff. So we actually already ordered all this stuff. But anyways, I think right now we're gonna move on to something non-carbon, because I mean that's all we've been doing is carbon. But we're gonna move on to mounting these wheels up. We're gonna go ahead and test fit them. Also the front originals, and we're gonna see how much we need to lower it, because we got some lowering springs. We're gonna get this sucker sitting right, so let's go ahead and get to work. Oh my goodness. 1 horsepower BMW right now.
One David power.
What? The one David power. That's a lot of power right there, man.
Dude, but that looks sick. So we had to push it out after we threw on our entire lowering kit. So it's not completely like entire struts. It was pretty cool how it was done. You have to take apart the original shock. You install some adjusters on there. Super simple, a little bit time consuming, but we knocked it out. And that looks sick. Right now, it's not all the way down because after you drive it, it'll settle and then you do your final adjustments. But we lowered it as much as we can, and that looks sick, especially with this fat drag radial back here. Look how sick that looks,
dude,
man.
That looks so clean right there. And of course, like you said, it's gonna settle. And on top of that, we're missing some weight. A couple 100 pounds is out of here, dude.
A couple 100 pounds is missing, and we added a bunch of carbon. So we lightened this car up. So once we throw the interior, we'll do our final adjustments, drive it around. But we did have an issue. Whenever we did start, we started with this front side, and we figured out that the strut was actually bent, which kind of made our suspension a little bit weird. But we found one on eBay. It happened to be like 2 hours from us. We sent David to go pick it up this morning. He brought it back, saved the day. We threw it on here, got everything sitting just right. I mean, it couldn't look any better than this.
Dude, but it is going to look a little bit better once it's completed. You know what I mean?
Completed windshield, and then we do our final. I think we want to lower that front end a little bit more. And man, we'll have a sick looking M3.
There's no way there's more carbon in here. If there is, dude, I'm done with this build. No more carbon. Come on, guys, say it with me. No more carbon.
Way more carbon.
No more carbon.
This car's we should call it the carbon car.
Dang! I'm just kidding, guys. You gotta love that carbon right there, especially when you do it in a clean way.
Dude, that is lightweight, man.
That
the
is
original
right.
ones, they're heavy, but this right here is it's stronger too, and it's gonna reduce some of that weight,
exactly. So these are actually strut bars that go, or braces that go right across that engine. And you know what? We got to be careful with all this carbon because we're having a rear-wheel drive turbo car here. You know what I mean?
That's a lot of power. We need a little bit of weight on this thing. You know what I mean?
We might have to add some weight,
honestly,
dude.
we don't even care, man. I mean,
yeah, for real.
Lighter
dude.
the better all the time. I mean, BMWs are just super heavy. Maybe that's why they are so heavy, because you can push a lot of power.
But honestly, this is about to be insane once we install that. I don't think we're going to install that in today's video because before we do that...
Yeah, I think we got to finish the whole engine bay up before we do. This is probably the last thing we install because we still got other stuff. Our entire custom heat exchanger. This is bigger, badder, and better right here. So you need a better heat exchanger when you run more power. So we got the CSF one. Dude, this thing is sick,
Dude,
man.
that's so sick right there. It just looks nice and clean. Maybe white powder coat?
Can you do that on radiators?
I don't know, honestly. I don't think it's necessary. It's going to be hidden anyways. But we finally got our intake manifold back, fully white powder coated, along with our turbo. And
they
dude,
look good.
That was the way to go,
that was
man.
the best move. I mean, just look at that. Now you know what to look at once you're going to look in this engine bay. That's just the turbo housing right there. Imagine the intercooler right there, or the intake manifold, and like other stuff, maybe even this cover. That's gonna look real clean in there,
dude, for sure. And we're gonna we got carbon fiber, more carbon fiber like covers.
I mean,
in this area,
we gotta throw it on here.
Well,
it just makes the engine bay look better.
Yeah, exactly. And I was thinking maybe do like white hardware. You know, like those bolts. People actually do that. It looks really clean, man.
And maybe too much. Who knows? Maybe do some titanium hardware. That'd be pretty sick.
That would actually look really clean. But look at these wheels, guys. Man, this right here is going to be the street or the show car setup right here.
This is the cruiser setup. So this is going to be the clean looking setup once you just want to go cruise around. These are amazing. I mean, they're bigger, They're a little bit wider. I think they're just perfect fitment with the fenders and quarter panel. It's gonna look so good with
These are fully custom from Wheel Force. Like, these are not from the United States. These, I think, are from Germany or something like that. Let me see. It's on this box somewhere.
Right there, engineered in Germany, man.
Exactly, dude. That is just so crazy.
And they only had this color, so we just picked the ones that they had in stock. That way we didn't have to wait. And I think this is going to be the color,
dude,
right?
It actually might look
looks
really good. It almost matches the color of the car right there. But you know what would look pretty cool? Maybe some white powder coat? Nah, I think that'd be tacky, dude.
Yeah, white, maybe a little too much. Maybe white calipers, you know, that would be pretty sick.
Yep, but you know what, guys? This is all going to be probably in the next video because that one right there is going to be a pretty tough one.
That's a tough one. We're going to have to take apart the whole engine.
But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. We got a bunch of parts here and a bunch of parts trickling in as well. This build is literally almost finished up, and we're going to be ripping it around with probably around 1,000 horsepower. So definitely stay tuned. Drop your comments and thoughts down below. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.